But let me come back to the RGF scheme and what it is we're hoping to achieve by it. We hope that through it's a £60 million programme, of which 30 million comes from the government, the RGF. We're hoping that this combined package will create something of the order of 5,500 jobs in the first round. That's over the first 3 years as the money's dispersed. But I think because of the way these things are calculated and the recycling of money, I think in due course we're talking about something of the order of 8,000 jobs. We're talking about a very, very substantial programme generated through the CDFI mechanism. And essentially, we're talking about a match funding arrangement. The RGF is putting in 30 million, and the Unity Trust and the co-op banks are putting in roughly the same amount. And the objective seen from the government point of view is to support microfinance, small-scale enterprise, but because of your unique character, getting through to parts of the country that would otherwise not be reached by conventional lending. I mean, that, from our point of view, is the great attraction of the CDFIs. I mean, you're getting through to areas of deprivation and communities that otherwise would not get conventional finance, and that's why we're very keen to see this work. I got a sense this morning, I visited a factory called Utensa, just down the road, making bakeware, fairly, old-fashioned Birmingham at first sight, metal bashing, but exceptionally high quality, able to outcompete the Chinese in their own territory, wanting to expand, good loyal labour force, a market, sees a lot of potential, but having problems with funding, had already got a 5-year loan backed by our finance guarantee scheme, didn't want to increase exposure anymore to the traditional big banks, for I think very good reason, and Aston Reinvestment Trust stepped in to provide 30,000, which was what they needed to make the necessary expansion. Now that's the kind of model we want to work with. I mean, the Utensa project doesn't come under the new scheme, but it's an illustration of how we see the CDFI lending mechanism working under the RGF. And it happened that the main source of funding, Aston Reinvestment Trust, is the first of the CDFIs to receive support through the scheme. I know it took a while to get the due diligence done, but it's the first which we've now approved to operate under the RGF programme. And another one, Black Country Reinvestment Society, has also been approved, and I believe there are something of the order of 14 others which are coming through the pipeline at various stages. And I had an opportunity this morning to talk to the Aston Reinvestment Trust, and I sort of got a real flavour of how you actually operate. I mean, Aston has lent over 11 million since it started in 1997, and has probably created something of the order of 5,000 jobs in Birmingham and Solihull. And it's essentially a way of helping them to expand. I mean, it's really great. I mean, I found meeting them and the things they do really quite inspirational, and I want to do what I can to help expand it as much as I can. So let me just leave it there. I hope I've given you a flavour of how we see our relationship with the CDFI movement. You've raised with me a lot of difficult questions about whether in government we're seeing things in the right way, whether our practices are too bureaucratic in some respects, how we can speed them up, and I want to act on that. But I hope that with this programme that we're announcing today, you will be able to take a big step forward